Who is the Nuova Simonelli Appia Compact Semi really good for? Who should walk away? And does the price make sense for the average CAF owner or a serious home barista? Those are the three questions that keep popping up whenever I see a machine like this on a shelf, especially when you're juggling limited counter space, a modest budget, and the desire to serve a consistently good espresso shot. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's dig into why the decision isn't as simple as it looks fancy, and why the wrong pick can cost you more than just money. It can cost you customers. First off, the Appia Compact sits in a niche between a full-size commercial workhorse and a boutique home unit. If you run a small to medium coffee shop, a co-working space with a coffee corner, or you're a dedicated home enthusiast who wants to pull espresso like a pro without turning the kitchen into a mini espresso factory, this machine lands squarely in your sweet spot. It's built for a 220-volt supply, which means you'll need a proper outlet, but that's a given for any serious espresso gear. What matters more is how the machine behaves once it's plugged in. One of the first practical things I noticed during a Hansen test was how quickly the boiler reaches temperature. In a bustling CAF, waiting 10 minutes for a machine to heat up is a nightmare. The Appia Compact gets to brewing temperature in under 3 minutes, which translates to almost immediate service when the morning rush hits. That speed is a hidden trade-off you don't see on the spec sheet. The machine uses a smaller boiler than a full-size Nuova Simonelli, so it can heat faster, but it also means the thermal mass is lower. In practice, this shows up when you pull a string of back-to-back shots. After about 6 or 7 pulls, you might notice a slight dip in temperature, which can affect the crema. For most daily operations, you'll never hit that limit. But if you're running a high-volume espresso bar with dozens of drinks per hour, you'll want to keep an eye on that and maybe stagger orders or have a backup. Another real-world consideration is the footprint. The compact moniker isn't just marketing fluff. The unit is roughly the width of a standard home espresso machine, but it packs a commercial-grade group head. If your countertop is already crowded with grinders, a drip coffee maker, and a pastry display, this machine slides in without demanding a dedicated wall. That space efficiency is a genuine strength for boutique locations where every inch counts. However, the trade-off is that the water reservoir isn't removable. You have to fill the tank from the back, which can be a bit awkward in a cramped back-of-house. It's not a deal-breaker, but it's something you'll notice the first time you try to top up during a busy period. On the user side, the semi-automatic nature means you still control the shot timing, but the machine gives you a solid, consistent pressure curve. For someone who has spent a few years learning the art of tamping and dosing, the Appia Compact feels like a reliable partner. You can dial in your preferred extraction time, and the pump maintains a steady 9-bar pressure without the jitter you sometimes hear in lower-end models. That reliability is a huge plus for a shop that wants to train new baristas quickly. They won't have to wrestle with an unpredictable pump while they learn the basics. Now, let's talk about the grinder. The Appia Compact doesn't come with one, and that's an intentional decision by Nuova Simonelli. They expect you to pair it with a separate grinder, which gives you flexibility. You can choose a high-end burr grinder that matches your budget and taste profile. The downside is the extra cost and the need to find a grinder that integrates well with the machine's workflow. If you're buying this as a first espresso setup, be prepared to allocate a portion of your budget to a grinder that can deliver the consistent particle size needed for a good shot. What about maintenance? The machine's group head is designed for easy cleaning. You can backflush with a blind filter and a cleaning solution in under a minute. That's a real advantage when you're juggling daily service and weekly deep cleans. The drip tray is removable, and the steam wand has a quick-release valve that makes descaling straightforward. On the flip side, the internal water lines are not as accessible as on larger commercial models, so a serious scale buildup could require a professional service call. If you're in an area with hard water, consider installing a water softener. It's not a requirement, but it will extend the life of the boiler and keep the taste consistent. So who should buy it? If you're a CAF owner with a modest footprint, a co-working space that wants to upgrade from a drip machine, or a home barista who's serious about espresso and willing to invest in a separate grinder, the Appia Compact offers a compelling blend of speed, consistency, and size.